I'm looking for some excuses for the Dragons. 40-0. They've been up for a while. They had been up for a while. Injuries, yes. Could only name. Yeah, I know. Only name 21 players. It was still an experienced side. It wasn't as if they were fielding youngsters. No. But just never in it. They were never in the clash. You know who I'd like to make mention of? Ashton Ward.
74 kilos.
74 kilos. Could Ashton Ward be the answer at halfback?
I see a lot of Luke Keary in him.
He looks like Luke Keary. He's about as big as him when he first started as well. But I like the way he ran the ball. Like, he was... I don't know. There might be something in there because I thought, well, Cody Walker's fit. Maybe Ashton Ward should have a rest now. He's played a couple of games.
Yep.
I don't mind what he did.
Character of the Rabbitohs, they've avoided the wooden spoon, so well done to Wayne Bennett's team there.
Tallis Duncan, very good. Jai Arrow's been great for the Rabbitohs in recent time.
My man, Jai Gray, they've got him down for 353 run metres. Jai Gray, quite incredible.
So he had 31 runs. 31 runs.
Incredible player.
But he didn't make a line break. He didn't make there's no line break assist.
It's the energy he brings the team.
Yeah, he broke 3 tackles, but he didn't make 31 runs. Right. It's a lot of runs for
this one. Morning boys, I thought Thursday's reffing was one of the worst. That forward pass to Alex Johnston was terrible. What are the touch judges even doing? You have one job. No, it's not actually it's not the touch judge's job. Now, I don't quite understand.
But can he make a call?
No.
He can't.
No.
Stay out of it.
On a last pass call close to the line, the touch judge's job is to monitor the touch line, not the pass. You will rarely see no, Brent, I'm just telling you. This is the protocol. You will rarely see a touch judge in line with final pass close to the line. He will be behind the play. He will watch from behind. So it's not his call.
Rightio.
Not his call or her call.
Okay, so it's not his or her call.
No.
Should it be his or her call, or should he assist in that? Hang on. Let me explain. You've got a line there that can be reviewed. You can't review a forward pass.
No.
So why doesn't the touch judge stay up with the play and help the referee who might be in a situation where he's coming from an angle where he can't view it properly?
Well,
why would that not be? Does that make sense? Does it make sense?
Well, I'm not here to say whether it makes sense.
They've got a tough job. You have got no opinion on that?
Well, they've got to watch the touch. They've given him the job. You say he's got one job. He's doing his job. He's doing his job. He's told to watch the line.
1300 01 1170. So Andrew's just told us what the job of the touch judge is.
Yep.
Should that job change to be in position to rule on a forward pass? Because you can't go to the bunker to do it.
So who's watching touch then? If he's watching line, who's on first? Who's on second?
Who cares? Because they can review it. He mightn't have a clue whether he's in or out, but they can review that.
Okay, so let's say Alex Johnston now has 208 tries and 1 touchdown in his career. Okay, so he got the touchdown screen pass and scored in the corner. That's a review of the first game. Yeah. Let's move on to the second match, the Miracle and Mudgee. This is how it ended. The call on SEN. What a finish.
Nathan Cleary is set up, ready to go. Kenny fires it back. Cleary, right boot, heads towards the post.
It's at the post.
Hits the post. Lands in the hands of Jed Stewart, and off he goes, 10 metres out. Links up with Ethan Strange. Strange over 30. He gets to the fullback. Palms away one. He's 40 metres away. He's 40 away. Weeks in support. Back into Weeks. Weeks running for the try line. Canberra! Wow! The Raiders have pinched it.
I just saw the Tigers try again. It was good, but it doesn't beat that. The moment to have the ball ricochet off the upright and for then Canberra to run 95 metres to score a try, well, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, never seen it before. Never seen it before. I get accused of exaggerating and lots of hyperbole, but I'm telling you, folks, I've now done 3 Golden Point games of the Panthers, where each game I've seen something I've never seen before in a lifetime of following rugby league. One was the Cleary field goal against the Titans, going back 20 metres and a 20-metre pass for him to kick the 2-point field goal to go to extra time.
Yep.
Then the Harry Grant try last week, where he dummies and both markers go separate ways and he runs down the middle. And now that one hitting the post and Canberra go the length to score. 3 things I'd never seen in the game.
Yeah.
in history
Yeah.
have all happened. Incredible. Nathan Cleary, disappointed, obviously, after the game. Let's hear
him.
from Nathan.
At the end of the day, I should be kicking that, so that negates them running up the other end. But yeah, it's definitely disappointing. It's not a nice way to lose the game.
Tough. It's a tough game.
Very tough.
It's a cruel game.
It's a cruel game.
Isn't it? Yes.
Beautiful game, so cruel.
16-6 up and too many errors. And I think Ivan said that after the game. You can't invite a side like Canberra back into the game. 10-point lead.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair. Fair shout.
That is a fair shout.
It's just a little sidelight, folks, that you wouldn't be aware of. So after the game, some journos turned up to hear Cleary, and Penrith had their press conference, and then they left. And Ricky comes into the press conference, the team winning the comp after one of the most dramatic finishes. There was only one reporter in there, and that's Eloise Sawyer from Fox League. That's incredible. How'd we get to that?
Where's all the journos? Where's the journos? Where's the press
Where's the Mudgee Bugle reporter? Where are they? I know it's a bit disrespectful to Canberra and Ricky that there wasn't there. This is Ricky after the win.
Yeah, without downplaying the win, I don't think we were that good tonight. I thought our attack was at times patchy. Probably more of a gritty, tough win than anything else. I don't care how we win, but I think that's that type of game tonight, coming off a bye, is probably going to help us in regards to the way the game was played.
Kaya Weeks scores the try. His moves, he is such a good player. And Ethan Strange getting better. He's steamrolled Nathan Cleary a couple of times. He's either step or run over the top.
It's a beast for a young boy. For a young 5'8", he is so powerful. And you're right about Kaya Weeks, who always showed that ability as a junior and when he played at Manly. But it is good on the Raiders for buying him and giving him a chance and letting that talent develop there. Like he always looked like just an immensely talented player. Good on the Raiders for getting it out of him.
Little buy-in on the press conferences from Andrew Webster, one of the best journos, of course, who you can hear on Morning Glory. He says, I've had that at a Broncos game at Suncorp against Canberra. It was just me and Neil Henry. It's a press conference. It's meant to be a conference. Like, look up the word conference, ends up a one-on-one.
What about when you ask a question?
Sad though, isn't it? Game of the year, game of the century, finish of the decade, and it's just Ricky.
You ask a question and he gives you a one-word answer and you go, oh, no, I'm going to need help, and you turn around.
Anyone?
There's no one there.
Yeah.
No one. It's me and you.
All right. Now, the other game Friday night, Melbourne-Canterbury. What did we learn? Canterbury actually played well. Like they did. They've probably played worse than one games this year.
100%. Yep.
So where are they at?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, they play Penrith this week. That's where they're at, and that's where they, what they have to focus on. But I didn't mind, and I found myself through the game saying, well, I like that from Lachie Galvin. I thought, even though they went down, I liked the fact that he ran the ball. Him and Matt Burton both ran the footy, and I thought it helped their game. They made 8 line breaks. They made 8 line breaks.
Yeah.
8.
8, yeah.
Didn't capitalise on those line breaks enough.
You nervous about Thursday night, Canterbury Penrith? Yeah, you got to be
nervous.
Of course I am. Yeah, that's the toughest game to tip all year. The last one in our first half of our round review was the first game from Saturday. DCE 350 games, Manly 58, Dolphins 30. DCE the story, of course, big milestone day. He gave an overview on the year. Who was actually leading question was, it's been tough. This was DCE's response.
You'd be surprised how it's not as mentally draining as everyone thinks. As Steve said, I still love every bit about working towards winning a game of footy each week with a group of people that are on the same wavelength. So, yeah, you can get painted as a really crazy picture, but the reality is each week we come into work, we prepare, and we try to win games on the weekend. It's as simple as that, and we haven't won as many as we would have liked. There's no doubt about that, and it's usually never as bad as it seems. But still love it.
Love that. Just do your job. And that's DCE. So we just do our job.
That's what he's doing. The fans and the media and everyone else stews over what the stories and the bylines about the club, the individual. But generally, the players just get on with it.
Brandy, stop. Stop. I'm having a Vostradamus moment on a Monday. Sorry, this couldn't happen. Wouldn't that be one of the more incredible? What if Manly picked themselves up from here, make the 8, go all the way through to the grand final, DCE, Clive Churchill, how far could it go? And Manly say, forget about it. Yeah. Let's come back. Stay.
Can we start again? Let's start over.
Let's go again.
Let's start this whole process.
Mate?
Let's bring it back to round 2 or round 3 this year, and we'll just can we just overlook what's happened?
Yeah.
Manly they're a positive 4. They're like if the Roosters win a game, they're on 30 points with a differential of 72.
Yes.
So Manly would have to not only win but win big and hope the other teams don't.
You got them beating the Dragons this week though.
Okay. Let's give Manly
likely.
the win.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give Manly the win. Then they play the
And you
Warriors.
got Roosters beating Melbourne this week?
Well, I don't think so.
There we go. I'm just saying. All right, that's the first half of our round in review. Now it's Manly, dare to dream. I don't know why I even planted that seed, but there you go. Run with it.
Titans had a great record against the Warriors coming into this game. They'd won 6 out of 7. They'd won, and they'd beat them only a month prior over there in New Zealand. So it was all on the line for the Warriors. The Warriors had to win to stabilise their season and get themselves into the top 4 because it was disappearing very quickly. It didn't start well for them. Tino scored the first try in the 4th minute of the game. But that was about it because the score around the 70-minute mark was 32-6 the Warriors.
Yes.
They scored a couple of late tries.
As they did last week against Cronulla.
The Titans, but it was done and dusted. They were disappointing.
Help us all out, Brandy. Help us all out who watched that game the other day. And then yesterday, bombs went up and they were contested and tries come of it. Gold Coast is sitting last on the ladder. And even when they were chasing down 32-6, right up to the last minute, a bomb went up and they didn't challenge. Can you just for the layman, for us who haven't played at the top level, why are they instructing coaches telling players don't contest bombs?
There must be instructions that we don't challenge the bombs. That must be part of their game plan because I can't believe that. And we were just watching the Alex Johnson try again. That was forward 2 metres.
4 metres.
4 metres.
Yeah.
And the touch judge was in a good position to rule on it, but she can't because that's not her job. But Andrew,
not challenging the bomb even in the last minute when you're down.
Newcastle did it yesterday.
Newcastle
Did it yesterday. They kept putting high kicks up and everyone's waiting for the opposition to catch it. And then they
so you say, okay, you want to cage them in there, but who cares if you contest the bomb 10 metres out and you knock it on?
They're still there.
They're still
playing the ball
exactly,
there.
they're still there. It's a knock-on in the field of play. It's not a knock-on in goal and they race to the 27-tackle set.
I'm hearing
and you're
you.
a chance of scoring.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm with you. I'm on your side. I don't know why teams do it, and they do it consistently.
Yeah.
Contest the bomb.
Gold Coast.
There was a game on the weekend.
They might have done it 8 times, the Gold Coast. Last on the ladder.
Yeah.
You'd like to think their fans might see them contest.
Hang on, let's come back. Take a step back because someone broke ranks in the Gold Coast team. Keanu Kinney, when he came onto the field, contested a bomb, and they scored a try, but it was pulled back. But they scored a try.
Yeah.
AJ Brimson ran into the in-goal area. They scored a try, but it was called back for a forward pass. So it should happen more often.
Okay, apologies, folks. It's got a little sidetrack there. We move on to Saturday night. Eels and Roosters. Eels 30, Roosters 10. Let's give some praise to the winner, Jason Riles, the successful coach. This is what he said post-game.
I want to win every game. Mitch was really happy that he won the toss today. So that's where Mitch is at. So he wants to win everything, but I want to win every game. So, I just think, back to the continuous improvement part, the wins look after themselves. The scoreboard will be the last thing that changes.
Just on the Roosters, they lost Sam Walker, in the 10th minute, early in the game. I don't think I've seen an error count like the Roosters. There was 20 errors from the Roosters. 20.
Wow.
They barely touched the ball in the second half, and the Eels, they just capitalised on that. And I'll repeat what I said. Sent our little group, our breakfast crew WhatsApp group. I said, "There's some crazy stuff going on at Parramatta Stadium tonight."
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And there was some incredible tries. Mark Nwanga, Zach Lomax.
The flick pass of Nwanga to Arce before we move on from this game. This bloke's skill set. It has been said he had highlights from that game that some blokes would be happy if that was the highlights of their career, and he had them all in one game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just amazing.
The try that James Tedesco scored where he caught the ball and then he had 3 defenders on him and they're pushing him sideways. He's holding the ball with one hand and as he's going across the try line, calm as you like and like under no pressure, even though he's got 3. He just sort of popped it back on the inside, just like a little overhead basketball, one-handed pass.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. All righty, on to Sunday we go. Jolly sad music. Newcastle. Now, they can win the spoon. That's the fact. The wooden spoon race is now a race into Newcastle and the Gold Coast. Knights play Cronulla next week. Anyone want to tip the Knights? No. Titans play the Dolphins. Well, that's a chance.
Yeah.
That's a chance. So they may be level on 18 points going into the last round. On points differential, can you just update that for me? I think there's a bees. There's a bees in it, isn't there?
There was a split hair. I think there was 1 point, before
different.
coming into this round.
So now, I think Newcastle have the worst for and against, don't they?
I think they do.
They do.
Wow.
Negative 220 to negative 201.
Okay.
I'm worried.
All right. And so if Newcastle lose and Titans win, then Newcastle obviously will have far inferior. Mm-hmm. They could get the spoon. This is Adam O'Brien on fixing Newcastle after yesterday's capitulation against Brisbane.
It looks like we're trying that hard, that we're making the simple things so hard. I think a narrow focus over the summer to make sure that we are getting the fundamentals. Some of it is experience on the big stage and fatigue. We need to make sure that we're focused on it in our training. And like I said to the players after the game, fundamentals of tackling and passing. Well, if you want a long, fruitful NRL career, you've got to be good at those 2 things. So we'll fix it.
Learn to pass, boys. Learn to pass and catch.
Pass and tackle.
And catch.
Tackle.
Catch is handy too.
We're stripping it back, aren't we? We really are stripping it back.
Right back to the
Jordan Ricky scores a try yesterday.
Jermaine
McEwen. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't want to go there. Thomas Cant was in the tackle.
I said it's a dig a hole moment where you dig a hole and just.
Well,
you don't want to see.
Old Boys Day.
Very
full
disappointed
house.
looking at the big screen and watching that on a replay.
Oh, yeah, stink the joint up.
But the Brisbane side opened them up like Moses parting the sea. So in the first 8 minutes, they'd scored 2 tries both on edges, and the edges looked terrible. But I think. Look, I know it was 46-12, and you can't go too far away from that. Yeah. But it was 14-6 at half time.
Yeah,
the Broncos had a breeze behind them.
Yeah, the Broncos were bad. Poor. They scored twice in the first 7 minutes. But
Reece Walsh was brilliant.
I reckon the biggest story out of the game, if I may blow the trumpet, and Dave Ricky, I reckon's feeling this, but Vostradamus segment. Mate, if it doesn't have a sponsor this week, I'll be very surprised.
Well, let's run it again.
Yeah, well, this is what was said.
Mm-hmm. Vostradamus.
Now I'm seeing Brisbane. And I've got my eyes shut. And I'm telling you, what I'm seeing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm talking the mathematician's dream this weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will all score for Brisbane. So that's Reece Walsh, Josiah Karapani, Katoni Staggs, Gemet Shibasaki, and Dean Mariner.
Bang, bang,
around
bang.
$46, you win some, you lose more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to say that.
I think it's worth bringing up again.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It is.
And this is only a skill that I've developed in the last few weeks. It's only these voices jump into my head.
The last of the try scorers, yeah.
I see dead people.
Okay. That's beautiful. That is great stuff.
There'll be another Vostradamus segment later this week, or maybe there won't be. I can't predict.
You don't know what's going to pop into your head.
Kev, the voice in my head, I don't know whether Kevin's going to visit and say, tell me something.
Some people ask me, what about that line Vossy said on the weekend? I go, I know, it's brilliant, wasn't it? But when I ask you about it,
I don't remember.
No, I can't remember us saying
Don't know what I said.
It just comes out.
Don't know what I said. I know that yesterday we said brushed the Mona Lisa because the Tiger's hilt needs to be in the Louvre. So he speared her, the old duck. And then I also pushed the Taj Mahal out of the 7 wonders of the world and moved Leichhardt goes up one. Leichhardt's got to break into the top 7 now, I reckon.
Yeah.
On a Sunday afternoon full. It's not the 8th wonder.
Okay.
I think it's got to be in the top 7. All right, final game of the weekend is the Tigers-Cowboys. Has any team ever paid more for one error than what the Tigers did?
I don't
one
think
drop
so.
ball and then never touched the ball for 5 minutes and concede 18 points.
And they were on a roll too in that set. So that was after the Brent Naden try. It was tackle, play 3, play 4. Latu Fainu down that short side, drops the ball. If he catches it, it's a quick play. The ball all of a sudden
They're over halfway.
They're
4
over
tackles.
halfway. The game changes completely. Api Coruscant off the Brent Naden try, kicked the goal in the 64th minute. They then gave up tries 2 minutes later in the 66th, in the 68th, and the 71st without touching the ball. And then they were losing.
And all
they went
converted
from winning
from the sideline.
to losing.
All converted from the
Scott
sideline.
Drinkwater, he couldn't kick a goal on the left-hand side. Yesterday, he nailed 2.
Can someone get me Kamal? Why must people be so cruel? I mean, we're not allowed to do voices, but you know what I mean. That was just so cruel. Jerome Luai was asked about the disappointment after the game. What did Jerome say?
I hate to lose, bro. So
Sorry, what did I say?
I hate to lose, bro. So
Yeah, I had to lose, bro. And that's it. That's what
Fair
you got to
enough.
say. I had to lose, bro.
Yeah.
And that was Jerome Luai probably had his best game for the Tigers of the year. He was so invested in the performance. He was moving around, karate kicks and everything. Like, his role in that try before halftime doesn't happen unless he explodes onto the ball like he did. Like, he reacted. I loved Jerome Luai yesterday. He got his first try for the Tigers.
He did. Played well.
150th game.
Does Adam O'Brien have a kip before every press conference? Because it always seems like he's just woken up, says 3-4-7. That's a fair call. I'm not going to disagree with that. Brandy, the Broncos parted the Knights like Moses parted the Chooks. Says 757. That's a good line.
This one, Vossy Brandy, do the Tigers win if Adam Dewey stays on the field? That's
Certainly
being
helps.
hypothetical. Yeah, he's been in great form. Okay, I'll say he would have had more impact on the game than Latu Fainu. Such is the form of Adam Dewey.
Oh, absolutely. Adam Dewey's jumped into that number 7 jumper. And Latu Fainu, can you carry a bench player that's on $500,000? I don't know if you can.
No, I can't. Not if Dewey sews up a spot in the halves. Then Latu Fainu is excess to my needs. They've got Jock Madden signed up. They've got Heath Mason in the mix. Yeah. Jaden Sullivan's on loan. He doesn't come back next year, does he?
No, he stays with South.
Yeah, he stays with South. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Pull up your socks and still. That is our round in review, by the way. Case closed. Thank you, Graham.
Case closed.
Thank you, Graham. Just confirming. That is our round in review. You can continue to unwrap and unpack the weekend via the text or via the Great Southern Bank Open line 1300 01 1170. In Pull Up Your Socks, there is one other thing that I won't give it away, but there's something else something we had a crackdown at the start of the year that has crept back into the game that the refs have just put the eyes painted on stuff and now neglecting.
Not looking.
I'll talk about that and Pull Up Your Socks. Breakfast with Vossy and Brandy. Go to the text line, go to the open line. This is the place to set the agenda on a Monday morning.
You know, Michael, doctors say a proper breakfast includes eggs, bacon, and breakfast with Vossy and Brandy. So get your daily fix through our socials and listen live on SEN Radio.